for our overcoming ankle isometrics, what we're gonna do is set up the pins. Now, if you don't have the pins, sometimes the U-hooks can actually work. You can go underneath there with the barbell, depends how it's set up. For me, I like to set up the pins around chin height. If you wanna have it a little bit higher, you could, but you can't have them too low, otherwise our angle is gonna be too low on this exercise. So I'm setting up the barbell here, and then I'm just gonna step under. We want no weight on the bar. And then basically I'm just driving as hard as I can into the pins. So I'm gonna come to one foot, I'm gonna bring my heel off the ground. I'm not maximally plantar flex like that, but I'm just on the ball of the foot and the heel is off the ground. And then from there, I'm just driving this other leg high and I'm gonna push as hard as I can into these pins. Notice I have a slight bend in this right knee, but it's a very minimal knee bend. So I'm driving through the knee and through that ankle to push as hard as I can into these pins. Now pay attention to the rep range. It's gonna be very short because we're going for maximal force into the pins. As soon as we start to decrease that maximal force and fatigue kicks in, we're stopping the set. So we're going for quality, high force, short sets, full recovery, and then we go back in. Now, if you don't have a rack that has the pins or U-hooks that you could put the barbell underneath, then what you're gonna do is go up against a wall or go up against a rack or something stable and do the same thing. So now we're just going at an angle and I'm just pushing in to the rack as hard as I possibly can. So not as good, but we are still getting similar angles and we're still getting an overcoming isometric. If you can't do either of those, we could always go on a leg press and go ball of the foot on, heel off, and then hold a weight that's as heavy as we can handle. If you go on the leg press, I wouldn't pull the pins because that weight is so heavy, we wouldn't want it to come down on us. So I'd keep the pins there and then I would just lift off just a little bit and hold that position. So with this exercise, this is one of the best things that we can do for building that functional ankle stiffness. So when it comes to sprint speed, when it comes to change of direction, one of the most important factors is being able to have that stiff ankle so that when we land, we don't deform and waste valuable ground contact time. When we build strength in this exercise, it can really start to translate over to the court and to the field with stiffer, more quick cuts through the ankles.